Forest eagles, guardians of the canopy. High above the emerald tapestry of the world's forests, silent sentinels patrol the canopy with razor-sharp eyes and wings that slice through dappled sunlight. Forest eagles, among nature's most formidable aerial predators, represent the apex of avian evolution in woodland ecosystems. These magnificent raptors serve not merely as hunters, but as essential guardians whose presence indicates the health and vitality of entire forest communities. Masters of the aerial realm. Forest eagles encompass several species across the globe, each perfectly adapted to their woodland domains. The Philippine eagle, crowned with its distinctive feather crest, reigns over the tropical rainforests of its island home. In the Amazon, the Harpy eagle commands respect with talons larger than grizzly bear claws and a piercing gaze that can spot movement from incredible distances. Africa's crowned eagle navigates dense woodland with surprising agility for such a powerful predator, while Asia's crested serpent eagle specializes in hunting reptiles among the forest floor. What unites these diverse species is their shared mastery of forest flight. Unlike their open country cousins that rely on soaring thermals, forest eagles have evolved shorter, broader wings that provide exceptional maneuverability through dense vegetation. Their flight patterns are studies in precision navigation, weaving between branches and trunks with a grace that belies their substantial size. This aerial agility allows them to pursue prey through three-dimensional woodland mazes where less adapted raptors would struggle. Their hunting techniques reflect millions of years of evolutionary refinement. Forest eagles employ a combination of patient observation and explosive action, often perching motionless for hours before launching devastating strikes. Their exceptional eyesight, estimated to be 4 to 8 times sharper than human vision, allows them to detect the slightest movement in shadowy understories. When opportunity presents itself, they strike with lightning speed, their powerful talons capable of crushing bone and their grip strength measuring hundreds of pounds per square inch. Ecological keystones. The role of forest eagles extends far beyond that of simple predators. These magnificent birds function as keystone species, meaning their presence and activities have disproportionately large effects on their ecosystems relative to their numbers. By controlling populations of medium-sized mammals, birds, and reptiles, they maintain the delicate balance that allows forest communities to thrive. Their hunting pressure shapes the behavior and evolution of prey species, creating what ecologists call a landscape of fear. Animals modify their foraging patterns, nesting choices, and daily routines in response to eagle presence, which in turn affects vegetation growth, seed dispersal, and the overall structure of forest communities. This top-down influence cascades through multiple trophic levels, ultimately affecting everything from insect populations to tree regeneration patterns. Forest eagles also serve as nature's cleanup crew, often scavenging carrion when hunting opportunities are scarce. This behavior helps prevent the spread of disease and recycles nutrients back into the ecosystem. Their large territories, sometimes spanning dozens of square miles, mean that a single pair can influence vast areas of forest, making them particularly valuable as conservation umbrellas for entire ecosystems. The presence of breeding forest eagles indicates high-quality habitat with sufficient prey diversity, clean water sources, and minimal human disturbance. Conversely, their absence or declining numbers often signal ecosystem degradation long before more obvious signs become apparent. This makes them invaluable as environmental indicators, providing early warnings about the health of forest ecosystems. Nesting giants. The nesting behaviors of forest eagles are as impressive as their hunting prowess. These birds construct some of the largest tree nests in the animal kingdom, with some structures reaching 8 feet across and weighing several tons. Harpy eagles, for instance, build platforms of sticks and branches that can support not only the adult birds, but also their developing offspring for months at a time. These massive nests are typically situated in the emergent layer of the forest, where the tallest trees extend above the main canopy. This positioning provides several advantages: enhanced visibility for hunting, protection from ground-based predators, and access to favorable wind currents for easier takeoff and landing. The selection of nest trees is crucial, as the structure must withstand tropical storms, support enormous weight, and provide a stable platform for the extended breeding cycle. Forest eagles are remarkably faithful to their nesting sites, often using the same tree for decades and continuously adding to their constructions year after year. This site fidelity creates multi-generational landmarks within the forest, with some nests being used by successive eagle families for over a century. The loss of these ancient nest trees through logging or natural disasters can have devastating impacts on local eagle populations, as suitable replacement sites may be extremely rare. Threats in paradise. Despite their position atop forest food chains, forest eagles face mounting pressures that threaten their survival. Deforestation represents the most significant challenge, with millions of acres of forest habitat disappearing annually due to logging, agricultural expansion, and urban development. The fragmentation of remaining forests creates isolated patches too small to support viable eagle populations, leading to genetic isolation and local extinctions. Climate change compounds these challenges by altering precipitation patterns, temperature ranges, and the distribution of prey species. Forest eagles, with their specialized adaptations to specific woodland environments, may struggle to adjust to rapidly changing conditions. Extreme weather events, which are becoming more frequent and severe, can destroy nests and kill both adults and young, setting back breeding populations for years. Human encroachment brings additional dangers in the form of power lines, vehicle strikes, and direct persecution. Some forest eagles are shot by farmers who perceive them as threats to livestock, despite the fact that most species rarely take domestic animals. Others fall victim to the illegal wildlife trade, where their impressive size and regal appearance make them valuable as exotic pets or trophy specimens. Pollution poses a more insidious threat, particularly through bioaccumulation of pesticides and heavy metals in forest food chains. As apex predators, eagles concentrate these toxins in their tissues, leading to reproductive failures, neurological damage, and increased mortality rates. The subtle effects of chemical contamination can persist for decades, undermining conservation efforts even in protected areas. Conservation champions. Recognizing the critical importance of forest eagles has sparked conservation initiatives worldwide. Protected area designation remains the cornerstone of eagle conservation, with many countries establishing national parks and reserves specifically to safeguard critical nesting and foraging habitats. These efforts have shown remarkable success when properly funded and enforced, with several eagle species recovering from the brink of extinction. Community-based conservation programs have proven particularly effective, enlisting local people as protectors rather than adversaries of forest eagles. Education initiatives help communities understand the ecological value of eagles, while providing economic incentives for conservation through ecotourism and sustainable forest management. In the Philippines, local communities have become fierce protectors of their national bird, the Philippine eagle, transforming former hunting grounds into conservation strongholds. Technological advances are revolutionizing eagle research and protection efforts. Satellite telemetry allows researchers to track individual birds across their vast territories, revealing previously unknown migration patterns and habitat requirements. Genetic analysis helps identify population bottlenecks and guides breeding program decisions, while remote cameras provide intimate glimpses into eagle family life without human disturbance. Captive breeding programs serve as insurance policies for the most endangered species, maintaining genetic diversity and providing individuals for reintroduction efforts. The success of these programs with species like the California condor demonstrates the potential for bringing forest eagles back from the brink, though such efforts require enormous resources and long-term commitment. Guardians of tomorrow. The future of forest eagles depends ultimately on our collective commitment to forest conservation. These magnificent birds cannot survive in fragmented landscapes or degraded habitats, making them powerful ambassadors for the preservation of intact forest ecosystems. Their recovery requires not just protected areas, but also sustainable land use practices that maintain ecological connectivity across large landscapes. Climate change adaptation strategies must consider the needs of forest eagles and other apex predators, ensuring that conservation corridors and protected area networks can accommodate shifting species distributions. International cooperation becomes essential as many eagle species cross national boundaries during their life cycle, requiring coordinated conservation efforts across multiple countries. The success of forest eagle conservation will measure our ability to coexist with nature's most powerful predators. These guardian spirits of the canopy remind us that healthy forests require complete ecological communities, from the smallest insects to the mightiest raptors. In protecting forest eagles, we preserve not just magnificent individual species, but the intricate web of life that makes forests among Earth's most vital and resilient ecosystems. As we stand at the crossroads of environmental crisis and conservation opportunity, forest eagles soar as symbols of what we stand to lose and what we still have the power to save. Their piercing cries echo through ancient forests, calling us to action before these guardians of the canopy are silenced forever.